I'm originally from Melbourne, Australia, and I grew up in a place called the Gold Coast. Went to school and went to do animation, which was a lot of fun. And then I came here 3 years ago. I'm living in New York now, and haven't looked back since. I finished school at the end of 2004, and whilst I was there, I was actually told, "Hey, you'll do pretty well. You're middle of the road sort of area," and I was like, "That's not good enough. Right. I want to be bigger than that." So I wanted to figure out how I can do exactly that, do it myself, but I had no idea. Usually it's find an animation studio or a film studio and start at the bottom. And I was like, I kind of want to start up here. So I managed to win a green card to come to the US, and I moved to New York and started interning. And then I managed to meet some very influential people in the animation industry, and they helped me get my name out. What I want to do is become a name that, maybe not a household name, but a name that people will know in animation or film, because there aren't many women that people could say, "Oh, you know, like Steven Spielberg, Francis Coppola." No one can really name a female. So I'm doing it differently by putting myself out there. I use social media to, I guess, get a following and get fans that way, and I just built it myself. I think success for me is like when I get a job that I really wanted, and I push for it and then I get it, or then I complete a job that was difficult, took a whole month to get to, and then you get that validation at the end of that job. And I think that's what I get success. It's like a day-to-day basis. It's not a ladder that I climb. The hardest, I guess, as a freelancer is learning trust. That's probably the biggest one, because you can have a contract with someone, and I've had to push for money, and that's been and I'm not a pushy person. I'm a very quiet person. That's why I'm an animator and a filmmaker. I sit to the side in my cave and I make my films. So getting out there and making sure that you get what you're worth is probably the hardest thing I've learned. There aren't very many people out there that are able to be like, "This is what I did. I did things a little differently and I just went for it." But people also don't say how much work it is. And I'm very quick to say that I work almost 24/7, and you're often very tired. You're often always having to find their next job, or even just, you know, figuring out that professional personal balance with creative work. So I feel like having someone there that isn't scared to say everything, which I'm not, I can be quite blunt at times, will be helpful. And to see that there are women doing this, because in my industry, I'm surprised when I meet another female animator or another female, like in film industry, wanting to be a director or a writer.